Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and today is day 19. I'm experimenting with a different camera angle, so we'll see how that goes, but let us get directly to it. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. I'm very, very excited. Day 19, like holy crap. So we're going to be starting in mountain pose, which may feel like we're putting it in reverse a little bit considering we were doing tree not too long ago. And you can always do whatever balance pose calls to you. I'm just going to start here by really bringing my focus into my feet and how they're connecting to the ground. So I'm spreading and squeezing my toes, shifting from side to side. We may even start to bring our feet a little closer together. Our knees are engaged, but not locked. We want to have a nice little bit of movement, and this is going to help us sway and move if necessary. We can kind of wiggle around our hips a little bit in one direction and then the other before finding a nice neutral position. Just a moment. Please pardon me. See, come on. Come on. Thank you. We'll hang out later. He can't be trusted to not lose his mind whenever the mailman comes. So, that being said, we'll just find ourselves right back here in mountain pose. Yoga happens even amidst daily life. So if you find yourself on your mat and there's just distraction after distraction after distraction, it's okay. The mat's always here when you come back to it. So we'll ground through our feet, get our knees engaged, get our hips kind of in alignment, kind of figure out where we want to be holding them. I have a tendency with the way that my weight is distributed to like super arch my back because the weight of my stomach is pulling forward. So I need to turn my pelvis, like tilt it, bring my tailbone under, which engages the front side of my core and really relieves a lot of that lower back pain. And from here, we can practice lifting and then sinking our chest. It's a little bit of belly dancey, but there's a lot of dance in mountain pose, a lot of energy just thrumming, waiting to be expressed in however you feel like expressing it. So we don't want to have our chest super high up, but we also don't want to be sunken in. We want to be floating somewhere in the neutral area. And we're just going to go through and find this nice, neutral, engaged but inactive stance. And just take a couple of breaths. Grounding through our feet, radiating to the top of our head, relaxing our eyes, our face, our throat. As odd as it sounds, like relax your tongue, like wiggle it around a bit and then let it find its neutral area. Maybe wiggle your ears, bounce your eyebrows, just find and bring awareness to every point in your body, and then be aware without judgment. Okay, from here we're going to inhale, arms up overhead, exhale. Let's come forward into a forward fold. You could have your hands on a block, on a chair, on your thighs, on the ground, wherever's comfortable. Inhaling, I come up out of the stretch very slightly, and then I exhale to deepen the stretch. And from here, we are going to roll back up and bring our right foot forward into warrior pose, warrior one. Now from here, we can We could have our foot down on the ground, and I'm exploring that. I'm trying to figure out the difference actually between what's warrior one and what's like a high lunge crescent pose. It's a little bit blurry for me. Woo! Losing my balance. So for you, you do whichever you feel called to. Today, I'm feeling like I want my toe up or up on my toes, my heel off the ground, engaging, really getting into that hip flexor. So this one definitely feels more like the lunge, but let's opening through our heart, lifting our arms up, making sure that our knee is traveling over the center line of our foot. And then we're going to step back up and then step back with our other foot. Tucking our tailbone, engaging that hip flexor. Finding our balance here, taking up as much of the mat as we need to. You do not have to be tight roping this. Like my feet are very solidly wide apart. Exhale, radiating with an open heart through the top of our heads. You can even rotate your palms to kind of towards each other or even behind you a little bit. That helps me to keep from, clenching my shoulders up by my ears. And now from here, we're going to step back up. You could walk it up or step it in one go. Then we're actually going to meet together in garland pose. And I just want to do a little bit. It's probably going to feel weird. And it's not an official, pose of the day. But I'm just kind of shifting my weight from side to side, pressing out to point my toes. It just feels nice on my ankles. I just like it. It's so pretty looking out the window today. There are leaves falling off of the chestnut trees across the street. And I know it's in the midst of August right now, but autumn's coming. And I cannot wait. So we are going to forward fold, bending at our hips, leading with our collarbones down. Kind of get our feet situated a little bit, and then bend down into garland pose. And you may prop your booty up on some blocks. And I'm just rocking side to side, just really getting a feel for how my hips are existing today. Radiating up and out of my heart, putting my elbows against my knees, and steepled fingers because I can't. Well, that's progress. Or rather, that's different. Progress implies judgment that one thing is better than another. I'm just recognizing the change, not that it's necessarily better than what it was, just that it's different than what it was. But our bodies are not here to meet some sort of performance review or pass some sort of exam. We're here to be. Coming up out of garland pose, back into our forward fold. I'm now going to come around and just come to my hands and knees for some cat-cow. I'm actually going to start with bringing my torso from side to side. Just to get a feel for it. Inhaling, we're going to exhale, arching our back, tucking our pelvis, letting our head and shoulders relax. Then coming into cow. Feeling the engagement all down our spine as we bring our tailbone and the tip of our heads towards the sky. moving with our breath. I'm feeling much more able to engage into my core in cat-cow. Okay, so now we're going to start our little bit of kind of like repeat sequence. So we're going to be doing downward facing dog, into plank, into pigeon, and into cobra. And then we're going to repeat that. So I really hope that I don't forget to repeat it again today. So inhaling, planting my toes, and exhaling up into downward facing dog. We can walk it out or we can find stillness. Oh, I totally just split. Oh, I just cracked a callus. That hurts so bad. It's okay. Now we're going to come down into plank. Only going to hold for 3 breaths today, so one more. And now I'm actually going to bring my butt up a little bit more just to make space to bring my knee up. And this is in pigeon. It's kind of just relaxing right here. I'm going to grab my bricks, my blocks. I'm going to position my knee a little bit better, shift my situation around so that my tummy fits in without being in the way. And then I'm going to bring my elbows to the ground. I really feel that good stretch through my hip. And I'm going to turn my blocks to bring the ground up to me as I radiate up and outward. And I'm grounding through my back leg, then my knee, the top of my foot, engaging that back glute. There we go. And now I'm going to return to either hands and knees or plank, and we can lower down into cobra. Inhaling and exhaling, lifting with very minimal assistance from our hands, and deepening that stretch. From here, we're going to come back down, and let's see if we can push up into downward facing dog. That's really good. Sorry, I'm actually achieving a little bit of a clear mind today, so if I'm not talking a whole lot, it's because there's not a whole lot going on between my ears. I'm just breathing. Really shaking now in plank. One more breath. There we go. I'm going to bring my knee up. Whoa. Take breaks as you feel you need to, guys. I'm being a little ambitious today just to see what I'm capable of. Okay, so now from here, I'm actually going to use my hand to assist, bringing my leg forward. Oh, yeah, that hurts. Oof. You can give yourself a little foot massage if you've got your foot up here by you. Ooh, I'm not going to use it, but I got some body butter. Buddy butter. My feet have been taking some serious abuse here lately. Going walking and trying to go barefoot around the house and just all sorts of stuff. So I'm actually going to bring my blocks in here and come down onto my elbows. I'm actually doing just a little bit of a rocking motion and then settling into stillness. I'm going to turn my bricks to bring the ground up to me as I radiate and grow. Again, grounding through my right leg, so the top of my foot, my knee, everything is driving into the ground just as much as my arms. There we go. And now I'm going to move my blocks over and lower into Cobra. Inhaling, exhaling, coming up, not using our hands to support us, just hanging out here, and then pushing up and in deeper. And I think I am going to use my blocks here on this one. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. And from here, we can also practice engaging one glute and then the other, and then both of them, and then none of them. Oh, my arms are shaking. There we go. Okay. So I'm actually going to just come up, cross my ankles, roll over them, because we're going to be moving into bridge next. We've got bridge, reclined hero, and laying twist ahead of us. And my heart, it says I'm only at 81 beats per minute, but that was a workout, y'all. Like, that was challenging to me. So I hope you guys are doing great. Let me know down in the comments what you're up to today, how your yoga practice is going. And I still stand by it. If you guys want to go on this journey with me, but you're just not feeling some of the poses and stuff, even if you just did cat cow, or even if you just sat and focused on your breathing, or stood and focused on your breathing and maybe practiced balance postures. It's not about necessarily like boom, 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 doing the postures. It's taking the time for yourself, making space for yourself to exist in your own life without judgment, which is something that is very, very challenging for me because I don't know. If I figured it out, I'd have fixed it by now. So I'm still figuring it out. But just getting to sit and exist and be as present as possible on purpose is kind of nice. It's a nice little practice, I think. So you'll get out of it what you bring to it, hopefully. And sometimes we don't know what we want to get out of it, and we don't know what to put into it. So we'll just keep doing it till we figure it out. Okay. Scooching my booty towards the end of my mat. We are going to recline into bridge pose. So get your head good and comfortable. You don't want to be turning your head when you're in this posture. And so we are bringing our heels to our booty. I'm just situating myself so that I can hold on to my mat. Inhale and exhaling. Let's tilt our pelvis, like tilt our tailbone, and peel our spine off the ground. Push, push, pushing our heels and our toes into the mat to bring our hips towards the sky. We can also kind of walk our shoulder blades back. And let's try to find an ease of breath. And now we can tilt our pelvis and roll our spine back down. Untucking my shoulder blades. Now I'm just going to do like 5 just kind of presses into bridge. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And put the kind of effort into it like you've got, a 500-pound weight on you. Like really press into it and really engage. Like you can make my legs start shaking like with putting so much effort into it. Last one, maximum effort. And let's hold for a moment. And roll down to release. That's awesome, you guys. So now I'm going to extend my right leg, bring my left knee into my chest. And I'm just going to kind of grasp the outside of my knee, my left knee with my right hand. Inhaling and exhaling. Oh, that's a good stretch. Just twisting. And then coming back up out of it. These twists are very challenging for me. It's very difficult for me to find an easy breath in them. But I'm going to keep at it. Ooh. Well, y'all's gonna see some cheeks today. There's I think my polka dotted undies. So, sorry. Oh, that's it. Ow. I just hit my guitar. That's fine. Oh, I just got to release all down my spine. That's really good. Some people make yoga look like graceful, like a little ballet of its own. And I feel like I am a wild walrus just flopping about. But it doesn't matter because it feels really good. And then we are going to just roll back to center. And we can chill out in Savasana or corpse pose, or we can roll on up. My, how my pants have betrayed me. Goodness. So much for wearing pants today. So I'm actually going to come back here into cobbler pose for just a moment. Get a little bit of a neck stretch. Just breathing and rolling our head from side to side. Getting a nice little stretch through. Oh, you can even come through center. I am so excited, you guys, that we just completed day 19. 19 more days than what I thought I could do. But sometimes even if I'm like, I don't know if I'll actually do it. Just show up. It's amazing what you can accomplish if you just focus on just showing up. Because once you're doing it, once you're on your mat and you're going, it's like, okay. Even if you get 1 minute of yoga in a day, 5 minutes. That's 1 to 5 minutes more than what you were doing. And I can't believe that we're doing this. Like, I'm so stoked, you guys. So thank you again so much just for being here. And let me know how you're doing down in the comments. And I will see y'all tomorrow, which I'm super excited about because we're going camping, y'all. So I'm going to be recording from in the woods. So we'll see you there. Until then, you guys, keep on keeping on. Bye.